the Rugged Ridge heavy duty rear bumper. When they say heavy duty, it's not only how well it's built, but how heavy it is. I mean, it is probably like 70 pounds or something. It's a beast. So I'm gonna have to get that one on, get the old bumper off. It comes off pretty easily. Only thing I'm gonna have to do is, see, I put airbags in, and with the airbags, I drilled holes in the bumper and put these air fittings through, right? The regular Schraders. I just kind of pulled them through with the bolts. I wanted to try and push them out now. The new bumper does have 4 holes for the plate, so I can remount them here. I think those holes are just gonna have to be drilled out a bit because they look a bit small. So that's what we're gonna do now. So first things first, take the plate off. There's 2 bolts that hold it under there, and if I remember correctly, there's a few more from the underside because I have had this off before. It's pretty easy to get off. It's not that hard. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so I got the plate off. The Schrader valves came out pretty easy actually. I just backed off the nuts a little bit and then flipped the socket, because it was a 1/2-inch socket. Flipped the socket and then just put them up against the nut and pushed them back. So now I just need a 16 mil, if I remember correctly, sockets for these, and then there's 4 underneath right there that you need deep wells for. So there's 2 on this side and 2 on the other side, and then you have to disconnect that trailer plug if you have it. And to do that, there's this button on the top. You just press that down and pull it straight out. So I mean, it looks like there's one on this side. Where is it? Here. That's not it. It's this button here, right there. Just push it and pull it out. And then these are the lights for the license plate. And I just noticed that the new bumper doesn't have license plate lights, so I'm not sure what I'll do for that then. So I'll just get some sockets now and pull the bumper off, and then what we're going to do is, once that's off, we have to take this part of the trailer plugs off to put it onto the new bumper. So we'll get going on that. Okay, so I'm just going to use the deep well 16 mil on both, just so I don't have to double up on tools. Dog's going crazy. All right, so those are easy. So I'll just get underneath and do those other ones. Pretty straightforward. Okay, so the bolts are off. So this should just slide off now. Oh, you know what? Catching up on this thing here. So I just pried it off the sides, and then the bumper's plastic, so it's pretty flexible. So I just, once I got one side off, I was able to lift it like this and get it over this. This is what it was catching on right here. Oh, bumper's off. So because there's built-in recovery hooks on the new bumper, these are going to have to come out and take this recovery hook off. And then there's new plates that go on here that attach to the new bumper. So these look pretty big. It's bigger than a 19, so I'm going to have to figure out what size that is. All right, so 13/16 is what it is. They're on there tight. Once you get them going, it's not bad. just going to switch to a 13/16 ratchet so I'm not farting around with a box wrench. Okay, so it comes with these two brackets here. Looks like it's made to beef up this plate, because the plate is just perimeter welded. I mean, it's only on 3 sides, and this has got a nice gusset to it, so the way it goes like this. One there, and one on the other side over here. And then we put the fasteners in for that and the top. So we'll bolt it to the tow hitch portion, and then we can bolt the bumper to the rest of it. So we'll get the fasteners for that. All right, so we've fired up the compressor. I'm gonna use the air tools for this. So I put these bolts in to kind of keep it in the right spot. I'm gonna tighten these ones up first. This is just really just to locate it, so. Adjust this. These are M14 bolts, and I don't have a socket. I don't think, let me see, do I have them? I don't think I do that fits those. No, it's pretty big. I think it's like maybe a 22. I don't have one that fits my impact gun that's that size, so I'm using a 13/16 socket on the impact gun, and just an adjustable wrench for this to hold it. Maybe back it off a bit. It looks like it's shifted. One. Very good. It's still good to go. So I'll do the other side. The one thing is you probably want 2 people for this job, because the next part, when you set the bumper on, unlike the factory one, which kind of slides in, this one doesn't really have anything to locate the bumper. So if you had 2 people to hold it, it would make your life a whole lot easier. I'm gonna see if I can rig something up so I can do it myself. If not, I might have to wait for my son to get home and then have him help me. But let's see what happens here. Okay, so it actually isn't that bad. I just set it on there, and I think it's got a bit of weight on the forward end, so it's kind of just sitting there. So I'm going to put 1 bolt in this side just to keep it. So you need a bolt, a washer, and on each side, and it looks like you have to put the nuts on the inside. I don't know how we're going to get tools in here, but it's going to be fun. That one's on. hitting that hitch. Figure something out here. So it's kind of catching on this hitch again. Let's see. It's just catching it. I think if I put bolts in and I cinch it in, it might push this out a bit, but I mean, the other option is that you cut it, and I really don't want to do that. So I think I'm just going to try and snug it in like that. So just got to do the bottom ones. Hopefully there's enough thread so I can get it going. There's barely enough here. Oof. It's going to be tight. Pretty sure the other side will be the same story. Slightly more room, but back the top ones off a bit just so I can get enough play so I can get the bolts started. All right, guys and gals, so this is what I had to do. I notched it, and then I also like just bent in the corners there a little bit, kind of give it so it's a little bit more aesthetic, because it was just way too much interference. And then I painted it but got the bumper on. Once that was on, well, should I say clear, it wasn't a problem. So yeah, I was able to get a box wrench in on the nuts on that side, and then a impact on the other side, and just tighten them up. So she's pretty good now, solid. What's nice is that these bumpers have these cutouts here, so you can use a high lift and put it right there and lift the vehicle from there, which is a pretty cool feature. And I like these steps. My old truck had them. I don't know why they don't all do that, because that's a really cool feature when you're getting up. So that's about it. I think I might get some matching red shackles for the back here to put in here, or I'll just keep them in the car. But yeah, she's done. I'm pretty happy with it, how it turned out. I put the trailer light connection in, and I put my airbag shraders in, so I've got one for each side so I can compensate for when I'm trailering, so it doesn't squat. So she's good. That's good for now. Hope you like it.